Hey y'all, Dynamic Man. Today I'm going to be reviewing episode 11 of Utau, and I gotta say, this episode was pretty darn good. Now, it had some slow moments at the here and there because there are a few moments where I wish it could have been sped up a bit, like where the sequence where they had Totsuyomi telling the workers to keep on working even though there's lightning strikes hitting. I felt that's a sequence that could have been taken out. It really didn't feel like it developed anything. And I felt it could have sped it up by having Yuki show up at the construction site and then immediately a lightning strike hits near the vehicle and then it sets up Yuki to save that construction worker. And then there were also instances like when Taki and Mia are about to run towards the waterfall. I thought that they could have sped up towards that a bit more and used it towards other things in this episode specifically. Like, say, showing off Yuki saving that construction worker. Yes, we know it happens, but that shit happens off screen. Had it happened on screen, it would have felt more satisfying. And instead of me thinking, oh man, yeah, I guess with Yuki they did a good job, I'd be like, damn, they did a great job with this dude, you know? So it kind of felt like, in a way, the writers kind of cucked Yuki in a way. When I mean cucked, I mean like they kind of took away a potentially cool moment to see on screen. Yes, we know it happens, but it happening off screen isn't as cool. And I felt it would have been necessary considering that it would have made his redemption much stronger from my perspective. And aside from the uneven pacing though, I gotta say, the sequences that involved Shoujo possessing Mitsuki were nice, and I thought this episode, at least when it came to Mitsuki operating the gun, was better handled than last week's episode. Because in this instance, Taki and Mia are in an open cave, so there's no instance where, okay, there's a place I can run or hide to for cover as easily as, say, in the previous episode. So at least there weren't as many directing shenanigans, like directing faults in this week's episode, like last week's episode. So that was a nice element about this episode, which made the sequences even more tense, because literally the only option that Takia and Mio had was for Mitsuki to fight off the hypnosis of Shoujo, which made for a really tense and nice situation, despite not having the most fluid animation in the world. And so I gotta give credit to the writing staff for that. And additionally, even though I kind of saw it coming because they had a flashback of Mitsuki thinking about all those nice moments we have with Takia, even though it kind of made it obvious that she was gonna like shoot herself, it still was kind of impactful considering that, for one, it was impactful because it shows you to the extent that she cares about Takia, where she would rather herself die than to be forced to kill her students. It shows you, for one, how much she takes her duties as a teacher really, really seriously. So it actually paints you her personality in a small amount of time. And two, it shows you the deviance of Shoujo. Like, for his hypnosis to be that strong to the point that Mitsuki, at the moment she's able to use her free will for a few seconds, she has no choice but to kill herself. It actually increases the threat level of that old bastard too. So it did multiple things. And aside from that, from characterizing Mitsuki, I like how it gave Mio some characterization too. Like, they really bond, and even Mio would want like a proper kiss from Takia, and if he would have gone to like a parallel dimension too. So I also like that too. Like, you can see these two bond. She even forgives Yuki for snitching on her dad too. So there were some nice character moments, and you have Yuki's redemption. Even though it happens off screen, he does save someone. So that was cool, and we get some of Kana's personality too. So this episode had nice character moments, and from a story standpoint, at least the second half wasn't dull, and it made up for the slow first half. And at the very least, there was some plot progression, because Takia does find an orb for his reflector device. So now he's only got 2 to find left from the looks of things, because literally there's only 2 empty slots left. So I'm assuming once he puts those 2 orbs there, it's probably going to be super powered or turbocharged. I mean, I don't read the visual novel, but I'm assuming. So that was also nice. We made some cool plot progression. And we get to see Takia's asshole-ish father again when he's all like, use a brain. I'm like, this motherfucker. But who knows? Maybe there's a reason why he's not giving off information to Takia. There has to be some reason. When he mentioned that he has to think for himself, and that Shoujo is something else, which makes me more interested to find out more about that evil motherfucker. So this episode had a lot of good elements, all things considered, and our animation was actually pretty nice in some instances. Like when Takia threw the sword towards this device inside the Mount Sankaku, it looked good. The visuals, especially the after effects, and then the sequence where Mitsuki kills herself. Even though it was distant shot, it looked good, especially with the boulder hitting her. It had impact, so that was also nice. And I'd say, aside from the uneven pacing in some instances in this episode, the only other complaint I had is, since now it's gonna start again from ground zero for Takia, and it's gonna make you wonder, there's all that character development we saw with Takia and Mio bonding and all that. It's probably going to be gone, and that's my only worry. Like, because I don't read the visual novel, but I'm assuming that they're just going to throw Mio in a corner, kind of like how they threw Ayumi in a corner, just to be like completely ignored, and I'm assuming they're going to focus on some other character. So that's pretty much the only thing that didn't 100% sit well with me in this episode, because I'm just thinking partially. Wait. All that substantial character development we got with Ayumi, where she has the will to live. Because now that we gone through, I'm assuming, this arc, we didn't see any of that. Well, because of everything we're setting. And now I'm assuming if that's what happened to Ayumi, then I'm assuming the same thing's gonna happen to Mio and Yuki, and all that cool substantial character development's also gonna be gone. So that's the only thing that's kind of like, kind of lowered my excitement about this episode to an extent. Don't get me wrong, we're going to at least get a lot of character development with Takia. So I do love that element right there. And he's going to be able to take these experiences and grow more. But that's just an observation. But who knows, maybe the next few episodes they'll find a way to have Ayumi, Mio, and Yuki, they'll find a way to have usage for them in the plot. And maybe I'm just worried for nothing. It's just that there are some animes where they kind of try that element and they fail. But so far this anime's been good, so I'm going to give it benefit of the doubt. And I'm going to rate this episode an 8 out of 10. Overall, I still liked what I saw. And I'm eagerly going to anticipate the next episode. So anyways, guys and gals, these are my thoughts on episode 11. Comment down your thoughts and in the comment section below. Rate the video, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys later if you subscribe for more. Alright, thank you so much for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.